Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen and welcome to MBTV. My name is Captain Luss, your regular host on the channel, and what you just saw was a Razer advert. Razer just been announced as sponsors for the ECS, which I think is very exciting. I want to go down now to my guests. We do have one who's a little bit late, but I want to go around and introduce the rest of them. Going clockwise, FF, Fullo Crazy of Fedner, Watly. How you doing, mate?
Hello, pretty good.
Glad to have you back on the stream. I think everyone's a big fan of you here. You're getting a lot of attention in chat, and I'm glad you're joining us here for tonight's ECS draw.
Thank you, thank you.
Carrying on round, Wolfpack Fozzie, first time on the stream. Nice to see you.
Yes,
looking very handsome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're going to charm everyone tonight. And,
give it a shot.
Yeah, thanks very much for coming on and joining us. Hopefully it's all working well for everyone. Thanks for chat for letting us know that everything is working clearly. Firstly, I want to just mention, while it's fresh in our minds and eyes, Team Razer sponsoring the Warband ECS. This is the first, I think, for a Warband tournament getting such a big sponsor. Pretty good thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people are quite happy about it as well. I saw on Twitter so many people have been tweeting support to the, I think it's at Team Razer.
At Team Razer.
They've been just saying thank you very much.
Definitely do that as well. If you appreciate Team Razer sponsoring, do send them a tweet. Hashtag the Warband ECS. Let them know you appreciate it. Yeah. So good thing, you think?
Definitely.
Generating some hype.
Yeah, and it's nice to have kind of the rewards and stuff that they've said, especially in that number, which is, it's really good.
Yeah, they're matching the scene. They're providing 8 prizes. Gonna get a few mouse mats. I do have a Razer mouse mat myself. I can endorse the product. I think it's good.
Yeah, as do I. So can I.
So, Wally, what are you thinking of the Razer sponsorship?
Yeah, I think it's an absolutely amazing step that we've taken.
Yeah?
I mean, at the first Horse&Sword, we had also like 20, 30 people watching, and see right now 90 people. So you can basically see how sponsors are influencing and increasing popularity of Warband as a whole. So I'm quite happy about it. New player material.
I think it's pretty good. And everyone has shown up in such great number, but for some reason, Varsung feels it's only appropriate to show up 10 minutes late for the stream. He has now shown up, so we will try and get Varsung in slowly. I'll try and add him in there. In the meantime, yeah, I think all qualifiers are out the way now. Tonight is the draw night. That's the main purpose of tonight. We'll be drawing the groups, finding out who's going to be playing who. Both of you are going to be playing in the tournament. We know that. You've both qualified through the difficult stage. Why don't each of you just tell me a little bit about how the qualifiers went for you? It was a very tough qualifier, and just kind of tell me how it went, whether you're happy with the process. Obviously you're happy with the result, but just give me a bit of detail on that. Fozzie, you can go first.
I'll go first. I wasn't sure who was going to go. Okay, I mean, to be honest, I was on holiday for our second match, and I think everyone who saw this stream of Wolfpack versus Minotaur know the first match wasn't particularly difficult for us.
Right.
But that frag versus Wolfpack, definitely yesterday, that was a lot of nerves before that one. A lot of we weren't quite sure how it was going to go. It went a lot better than I thought it would actually. I thought it'd be a bit closer.
Yeah, it wasn't too close in the end. A lot of people were expecting a closer match, I think.
The team who played on the first 4 sets put in a lot of work to get us all, off to a flying start at 4-0, and our Cav definitely kind of carried a bit, and obviously Nele as well, always. So I think that showed a bit of how we're going to be playing. I think from the future, So yeah,
I don't think you're in for bad either. But Frag, I feel like they missed Sub-Zero, perhaps.
Yeah.
Specimen, I didn't see either.
Yeah, it was interesting that they weren't there. I guess they'll be a bit gutted.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's always tense if you can't make it. As I said, I was on holiday in that second week. I was like, you better not lose. You better not lose whilst I'm not here. So yeah.
No, but they had an alright time, and you have made it through the group stage, so congratulations. Wolfpack looking pretty scary, I think. A lot of experience in the team. And playing some good Warband.
I think most of us have been playing for a really, really long time now.
Yeah.
So
it is one of the oldest clans, isn't it? When was it formed?
I should know this. I think I'm going to go for 2011, maybe 10. I'm sure someone's going to steam me in a second and yell at me. But
please do so.
Yeah, here we go. 2010, December 2010.
Okay. Yeah,
I've redeemed myself.
That's very old.
So yeah, we've been around for a while.
All right, not bad. And you feeling good about the tournament?
Yeah, I think we'll do solid. I think we'll do quite well.
It'll depend, I think.
It all depends on
the straw
that happens today. Yeah, so
well, we'll see how
we
it
get
goes.
to see in real time my reactions to who we get. So that'll be interesting.
Although the groups are seeded, we can talk a little bit about that in a second. So no matter what, you'll be having some hard teams and perhaps some less difficult teams as well. So there's they're going to be a completely easy ride. Watly, why don't you tell me a little bit about FF, how they formed and how it's going with them?
Well, how they formed, I can't say too much about it. I joined last week actually. They're reformed in March or something, I think. Hit me if I'm wrong, but they're extremely new, and they have a lot of potential. And I noticed that this entire week, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
How did the matches go that you played in?
Well, I honestly can't say that it was too serious, but who cares about it? I mean, we have Techno Viking, so it should all be fine.
He's playing well. He's getting two-handed kills.
Yeah, really.
Really, a lot.
No, not really.
Is he already?
Well, he always has a two-hander. I used him as cavalry once. I never again.
Is he getting kills as two-hander?
Sometimes. The meta doesn't really like him.
Who doesn't like him?
The meta.
Meta. Yeah, no, it's difficult. Especially with some of these archers around. I heard the Turk have some pretty good archers as well. Did you find that when you played them?
Yeah, they had one archer who was incredibly annoying.
Who was that?
I forgot his name, and it was like the silent killer. Like it was just in a corner somewhere, and he headshot Corey and me and lost us around. It's so annoying.
Oh Jesus. Well, fair enough. The silent killer. He's got a pretty cool name at least as well.
Well, it was not his name. I just call him that. So I keep forgetting his name.
Fair enough. Other than that, then, who's looking good in FF? Tell me some players who you're impressed with.
Yeah, obviously have Corey out there. He's really good Cav.
He's playing really well.
Shows. Yeah, and especially in FF it shows. And you have most of them here are either former INER, well actually most of them here are former INER, and they were pretty damn strong in 2012.
Godnock been playing pretty well as well.
Yeah. It's insane. No, it's seriously insane.
What was that sound?
I don't know, man.
He's playing really well, you're saying?
Yeah. Like, we put him archer and he goes top score, we put him cavalry and he goes top score. It's just... Yeah, or and clock is, to mention clock.
It's a step up though, right? Like playing in the big tournament now, coming up. It's going to be a bit more difficult?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's the sound of Varsang adding me on Skype. Let's get him in here. Keep talking to me about the qualifying stage, because I do want to hear about other teams that played.
I think AD deserves some mention. I think they're looking really strong. They're a spiritual successor to Character Nikki, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Probably not.
Right.
They have Volshin, they have Froska, they have Journey and Voron. And all those guys who were so strong back in their days and are still looking really strong. And they just went through the qualifiers like a breeze. I mean, the finals of, what was it, 13-3-51, something like that. Just insane. Looking forward to what they have to show in the tournament.
Alright, fair enough. We now have Varsang, welcome to the stream. You're in Watly's window right now, but we're going to fix that. So don't worry. We're going to get you into your own window. In the meantime, you're going to have to bear with me, just help me out a little bit. Just tell us a little bit about what else has been going on, the qualifiers, and what you're so excited about for the tournament.
The qualifiers. Well, I'm actually pretty surprised to see Defenders of Faith coming through.
Okay, that's the group we haven't mentioned yet, so perfect. Tell us why you're surprised and what you're thinking about that.
Wait, what group was that?
That was Group D, I believe.
Group D. Well, let me open the thread. Where is this?
A little bit late, Varsong? You get caught up?
Yeah, my schedule was a bit too tight.
The German public transport system not working as well as it could be?
Yeah, big strike, but
Is there a strike?
Yeah, from tomorrow till Sunday.
So there's not a strike today then?
Both happened. No, not today, but, well, it wasn't the problem, the other thing that held me up anyway, so. Yeah, but about the Defenders of Faith, well, they bet both Nerd and WQ.
And you would expect one of those teams to have beaten?
Well, at least WQ, because they were a rather experienced team compared to others, but I guess they lost some of the players to, I guess it was Frag. But yeah.
And Frag didn't make it in either. Is that something you're surprised at? We talked about that a little bit before, but
well, I played against Frag myself with Bro.
And what did you think of them?
I thought them very beatable. They didn't. Well, they had good infantry, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
The Cav died so fast, and like Prishamon.
Yeah,
There's like no awareness.
I think
one time I actually rode up right next to him and headshotted him.
They have a bit more work to do, I think. Still.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
It was already lost measure though at that time.
We do have a few tweets coming in. Dasvi and Marder, both of them getting pretty excited about Razer sponsorship and
Yeah,
and about your arrival, Varsong. Dasvi, I think, is pretty pleased with that. He's also saying, remember...
No black space in the stream anymore, right?
That's right, yeah, you filled it in. Dasvi's asking a question for you, Watly, saying, do you remember Corey's performance in Nortown when both of you were in Castellan versus IG?
No, can't remember that, honestly.
Dasvi remembers. And he'll carry that to the grave as well.
I think that's quite the answer he wanted.
Alright. Overall, though, I think probably 4 of the best teams have gotten through. I mean, Frag Dov could be an interesting match, perhaps, but I think all the teams who got through deserved it. Very tough qualifying stage. And
yeah, definitely.
Respect to any teams that made it through, because it's just so many teams and
but
so few spots.
Wolfpack Frag was like, you've seen in the first round that Wolfpack was completely superior.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm a little biased on that one, because like most of my clan is playing for Wolfpack right now.
Aquila.
No.
Well, we fought. We were not enough players to actually play competitively right now.
Do you think you now would be?
Depends. Well, like players like Nella, he actually said right before that he is not gonna be that active around the time of reunion. He's about to move. Neatha as well, but they all decided to play in the end. I think we could have worked that, but well.
Warband's just too addictive.
It's left you out of the tournament though, unfortunately, Varsa.
Well, I played with Bro. I had my fun, but well,
didn't last too long though.
Yeah,
I think it was a bit. I think if Bro had got one of the other groups, maybe they'd have kind of got a lot further than they did.
Yeah.
Well, we had
they only had the one match.
atmosphere against Frag, but other than that,
I spoke to Jarvis about it yesterday as well.
We made a few personal mistakes, but well, it was a match we could have won.
I think Bro, they feel like they underestimated Frag a little bit as well, so I don't think they feel too bad about the loss. They just know they need to work a bit harder. Hopefully we'll have something else.
We actually fought Frag to be the hardest team in the group.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah,
too,
but then Wolfpack showed up.
I'm
Honestly, it's already great to see Bro in a tournament. Like, Bro was founded in 2011 or something and hadn't played anything until then. As in, they were preparing for Bannerlord, but they finally got enough members to perform in a tournament. So it's really great to see them play.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially as quite a few of them, I say quite a couple of them have in previous years played for Wolfpack. When I think we entered competitions as Wolf Bro before now or something like that,
Yeah,
like a couple of years ago. So
anyway,
they have got
OLL
some.
was in it, right?
Who?
OLL.
I don't know. This
Good
was like
times,
right when I
good times.
first joined
Stupid
and
Dutch
stuff,
clan.
yeah.
Oh, you want to fight, mate? Fucking wreck you.
Oh god.
That was like first WNL, right?
I have no idea. I played one
You
match. I
joined
was top
together,
scorer. I was happy.
Like the 3-team merge, and he failed so hard.
Well, Gold is looking pretty good now. Anyway, I think he didn't play the other day, but he's probably one of Wolfpack's
I'm
better
not sure where
infantry.
it was because he was actually online, but I guess he couldn't make it for whatever reason.
Well, it didn't cause much of a problem, but he's probably one of Wolfpack's better infantry, I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're all kind of
Same
working.
experience infantry.
Sorry. What?
Well, he's arguably the most experienced.
Oh
player in
yeah.
Wolfpack.
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience. I
At least
think
on that
he hasn't quite played as often with the other infantry as the others have. They all tend to play together, so I think that might be something that we're working on. But he's very good, and we tend to play him when he's around. So
All right,
I'll
fair
be,
play.
getting messages. Oh.
It's okay, just relax.
What did you do to your room?
To what?
What happened to your room? I remember it being all pink and stuff.
Watly's room?
My room? It was never pink. It's still the exact same as it used to be. So
was
please stop with that
just
pink
the old
shit.
camera or the lighting.
No, this is still the old camera. The same lighting.
It's not the same lighting, Watly. You were showing us different lighting setups before the stream started. Don't
Yeah,
lie
that was
now,
the
Watly.
lighting I used. Oh my god.
You were showing us
It's just a bloody lamp. It's just a bloody lamp. And you must show it.
just one lamp and
And it all changed. No more pink.
2 reflectors and some UV.
Watly completed the setup.
Exactly. Just one lamp.
Don't
One
worry.
lamp difference.
Okay, I think we talked about the qualifying stage a lot. We have our teams who qualified: Follow Crazy of Fedno, Wolfpack, Defenders of
AD.
Faith, and the other one.
Alliance of Destruction.
Alliance of Destruction, that's the right one.
I actually was really rather surprised that Lux Eterna failed or lost.
I
against
thought they'd go further than they did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
I actually thought they would win the group.
They had a really hard group though, with FF in there as well. I think it's
Well, FF they just stocked up the roster time after time.
yeah.
Brought in all the mercs like Watly or something.
I'm not a merc.
Not a merc. Watly's
You
just saying
are.
how happy he was in FF, and
Yeah,
how it's
exactly,
one of his
I'm not a
favourite
merc.
teams.
You know,
It's
Watly
FF
just
a
wanted
lot.
to. Watly just wanted to join Aquila again like a month ago.
Well, I don't like this.
No,
This
that
has
was
got-
not a
this has
month
gone
ago. It's not a month.
No hard feelings there.
Look, Watly's doing well in FF. Just because you got knocked out with Bro, don't be getting bitter now.
I don't care about playing, man. Just
Oh,
like
well.
any. Why would I play?
What?
I'm too bad to play on this level.
It's okay, you can practice it.
I only got 83 Vendetta points, right?
You have 83 Bentetto points?
Yeah! At least when I last checked.
I thought it was the Russians he was giving extra points to.
No. I went from 65 to 91, so...
Well, you still got less than me.
Well,
Anyway, enough of our Benedetto point waving. I think we should get on with the matter at hand, which is drawing these groups. It's going to be a bit of a messy transition as we switch over to the screen where I sort out all these horrific webcam situations that we have right now because Varsan came late, which I'll do now, and we'll just do our best to get through this. Oh, for some reason. Okay. What you are seeing right now, though.
Hmm?
Not you, but on the people watching are now seeing the spinner that we'll be using for tonight.
Farson, get the heck out of
Yeah,
this.
Varsang, please, no chomping on the stream. Sort that out. That's unacceptable. There's people watching you. You can snack later. Okay. This is a website called mathsisfun.com.
I'm gonna laugh every time you say the website
It's
name.
mathsisfun.com. And this is what's going to be generating the fixtures for tonight. You can see listed up there we have Castellans, Freelancers, which is the team run by Napoleon, Apis Europai, and We Don't You, which is the team, Sota's team. Right now, I'm just going to fix the cameras and then we'll get underway with this fixture generating.
Wait, what page is that?
Don't worry, I'll just tell you who's generated and when. I'll just tell you that.
Alright.
It's mathsisfun.com for those who are interested. It is a legit site. And
Got any revision you need to do?
yeah,
Pop over to there.
GCSE, A-level.
Yeah, A-levels.
Who created that page? Was you?
No, I don't run mathsisfun.com. If I did, I'd be a very rich man. I just use mathsisfun. I just use the features. There's lots of good things on it though. My year 9 maths teacher, Miss Durrant, a great enthusiast of mathsisfun.com. I've taken it to my heart, and we will be using it
your life
tonight for the
skills
features.
here. Yeah.
She never showed me the spinner.
Oh, how dare she?
She never showed me the spinner. I found that all on my own. The spinner is the feature we'll be making use of tonight. Just got to fit everyone on the screen. Sorry for the chaos here, but unfortunately, Varsong on his first and possibly last appearance on Horse&Sword has caused a bit of chaos in the production tonight.
Okay.
Damn Farson even took my screen after that.
But what we can do now. Okay. What we can do now is start generating the fixtures, though I think that the way we're going to do it now is generate. Yeah, let's just generate all the fixtures, and I'll keep a note of them.
Are you generating them right now?
I'm going to generate them right now. I haven't started generating them yet.
Where's tournament administration? Jesus Christ!
At least it comes in time.
This is the draw night. I'd like a bit of hype in chat, please, for the first. What we're going to do is we're going to generate all of the first seed, which is what you can see on the screen right now. Castellans, Freelancers, We Don't You, and Apis Europai. We're going to generate A, B, C, and D in the order that they appear. They can repeat, so if they repeat, we're just going to respin. But the order they appear on here is going to be the order A, B, C, and D, so there's no confusion or funny business. Then we'll go to the second seed, the third seed, and so on, and we'll just fill each of these groups A, B, C, and D. We're not going to do the last spin. D will just be filled by the team which hasn't been spun yet. I've got it on a nice big powerful and low drag spin, so we'll get a nice big spin on each one. It's going to be a lot of fun on the stream. I want everyone to get very, very, very much hyped for this spinning, because I'm not going to do it unless I see chat going absolutely crazy, go mental for the first spin. Who will be the Seed 1 team in Group A?
So what are the teams again?
Oh my god.
The Seed 1 is Castellans, Freelancers, We Don't You, and Apis Europai. We
Don't You? That's Cobra, right?
Yeah, we're not mentioning that name on the stream. I know you came late, so I can mention it to you. That's okay. They've been requested to change it. Sotomosu's team is We Don't You.
Right.
And we'll be getting underway just as soon as chat gets a little bit more hyped. Not quite hyped enough. I want to see a little bit more out of chat there. Give it to me.
Come on, chat, dude.
Chat's doing okay right now, but it just seems a little bit tepid. And there's a lot of people watching. I want to spin this spinner. Okay, I think it's kicking off a little bit right now. People getting a little bit excited.
Little bit.
Okay, we're going to go for this first spin right now. There will be one spin. It's starting right in the middle. Doesn't make a difference. It will spin anywhere.
Raiden and friends, I feel it.
Okay, hitting the spin. Oh my god. All hell has broken loose. The first team. It's going to be Freelancers, going to be the first team in Team A.
Oh.
Now, the needle landed very, very close to the start point of the needle. Now, I have tested this earlier. It is random. It can land anywhere. It's not just going to like land a little bit, like an inch forward every time. So the Team 1 from Seed A, or Team Group A from Seed 1, Freelancers, spinning again. If it's Freelancers again, it's going to be embarrassing for me. No, it's not. Thank God for that. We don't you, okay. First team in Group B. We can power through these ones because it doesn't really make much of a difference. Third spin, and it's going to be Castellans. Castellans for Group C, that's nice. Easy to remember.
C for Castellans.
Yeah, and Apis Europae into Group D, no relation there, but in they go. Okay then.
Now we get into the more interesting bits.
Yes, the second spinner is coming out. It's not the same spinner, different spinners. Out it comes. And this is Commonwealth, which is PE and SRC combined together.
I think they de-merged again.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, there was
right,
and in the roasters there was from Blackhawk, or he was it. Dictator made a post that to change their name to Polish Eagles.
Oh, really?
Commonwealth again. Yeah.
We can do that. We can edit that live.
So,
we can
Switch technology.
Let's swap them into Polish Eagles. That's fine. So there's no SRC then?
Well, they removed Dictator, Sebek, and Carper from the contacts.
I think they're going to play for IR like they did some time ago.
All right. Well, let's
Maybe
just we'll keep him as Polish Eagles then. That's fine. Thanks for the heads up, everyone.
Well, Tomato and Blade are playing for them from SOC. The rest is only PE.
Okay, so but they're entering as Polish Eagles. That's fine. Let's run the spin, and this is going to start getting interesting now because the first one will go into Group A with Freelancers. Let's spin that spinner, and it's Polish Eagles. It's land on the first one again. Again, this is random. Do not worry. Remain calm.
It's just like for flag on the field.
Polish Eagles will be in with Freelancers.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough one for Polish Eagles.
I think it's gonna be tough for any of these teams.
I doubt they'll make it. I doubt they beat Freelancers.
We've hit Polish Eagles again, so that's gonna be a respin. Spinning right now for Group B, which is going to be We Don't You. Who's going on off against We Don't You? It's hit Polish Eagles again.
Looking good for your spinner, yeah?
Well, let's just give them 2 shots.
Oh god, not again.
Like random.
Okay, no, we've hit Legend now.
In a row.
Legend
Same
will be in
flag
with We Don't You. And what's Legend looking like then for this tournament? Any thoughts on those?
Well, they lost a lot of their players, like Brian and Thor, to the frag, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So
is Kaya still playing with them?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
If he's still playing, he's playing for them.
All right. Up against We Don't You though, they can have a pretty hard time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's hit the spinner again for Group C versus Castellans, and it's hit Legend again. So we'll spin once more. This does happen. This is just expected with a spinner system. I had a hat before. Hit Polish Eagles again. Come on. God of Istinia versus Irish Rebels. Hit Legend again. This is unprecedented in the realm of spinning.
So at first it was only PE, and now it's only Legend, right?
It's Irish Rebels who've hit now. So Irish Rebels will be in with Castellans.
Oh, that one gonna be interesting. That's a close one.
Irish Rebels looking good, you think, this time?
Well, they're training so hard.
Oh, really? Yeah, I saw on the forums they have like 6 trainings scheduled this week, right?
All on the same server.
Yeah. ECS France.
That's their territory.
All right. And so that's going to put God of Istinia in with Apis Europae. El Clasico.
Oh god.
It's a
Not
classic
again.
matchup, right?
Well, yeah, it's a classic, but
It's at this point, it's
well,
like, oh god, no, not again.
I would say it's gonna be one-sided.
Yeah.
And no offense to Ollie and Kaken, but honestly,
IG lost a lot of players, right? No Harmon, no Christo.
To be
They
fair,
got
I think
three
a lot
RE
of
back.
the
but
seed
they
ones-
Sorry,
haven't
wait,
been
hold on,
around
hold on a
one-sided.
second. Sorry, what are you saying, Fozzie?
I was just going to say, I think to be fair, most of the seed 1 teams, whatever match they play is going to be one-sided.
Yeah, I think you're probably
up
right.
until we get to the stage where they're playing each other. So
You don't think there's many teams that can compete with them?
I would
I
say,
mean, there's some that can put in an upset, but I think if I had to like bet, I'd bet on them in each of their matches because yeah, they're all good and better than quite a lot of the other teams that are in.
Yes, but I mean that's the reason they're seed 1, right? So
Yeah,
that makes
exactly,
sense.
exactly.
Fair enough. All right then, we're gonna move over to seed 3s. Just a quick summary. Group A, we have Freelancers, Polish Eagles. Group B, We Don't You and Legend. Group C, Castellans and Irish Rebels. Group D, Apis Europae and Guard of Astinia. If this lands on Heroes, we might have to start questioning the spinner system. I'm closing my eyes for this. Spinning for Group A.
and Heroes.
No. Heroes of Action Court is what it's going to be, not Heroes.
All Heroes.
So Heroes of
That's it,
Action
we
Court...
now have faith. We had faith in the spinner.
What do we think of Heroes of Action Court? Because they made a lot of noise last WNL. A lot of people were sort of criticising them for kind of getting lucky through picks. Not their fault, but perhaps got a bit of a higher placement than expected. Maybe then their quality reflected. Have they been playing a lot, do you think, since the last WNL? Does anyone know much about what they're doing?
I don't think it's much better than last WNL. I mean, one of the greatest reasons they actually won things, like they did win 6 matches, even if they weren't the best of opponents. They won them because they had 1 or 2 guys who knew how the top of the scene worked and knew how to abuse it. For example, Bogler. But they lost those guys now, so it's basically mostly mercenary players, and they don't really have that much experience.
Have they not been training or playing native much? I don't.
Well,
really
they have been training, but how much can you do without too much experience?
No.
I mean, you have to get it first.
We'll see what they can do. They have a tough group, but it's not the toughest. I don't think it's Freelancers, Polish Eagles. They've got a tough second seed there, but not the toughest first seed, perhaps. Here's Action Court in that group,
Freelancers is pretty damn good, so
they're pretty damn good, but yeah, I suppose maybe they are. Jesus Christ, who knows? Let's spin for Group B anyway. And looks like we're gonna hit. Now we're gonna hit Heroes in the Group B with We Don't You and Legend. Heroes looking any good these days?
I haven't seen them a lot, but their players are still pretty good, working well together.
Who is in Heroes? For example, it's like Alexander. Is he back in Heroes?
I think he never left.
He never left Heroes.
Oh really?
I've seen Griffin play. I've seen Udalek play, who's pretty good as Inf. And
Have any more of like the Russian team come in and joined them?
Don't think so.
Just the heroes that we know and love.
Yeah, exactly.
So wild play and unexpected things.
Yeah,
Right.
like Griffin's genius.
That could be exciting to watch though, at least.
I'm looking forward to it.
Players like Siphon and Rampika join them.
No.
Rempika's
They're in freelancers.
Yeah, I don't know about Siphon. Is Siphon in freelancers as well?
Alright, I forgot they're freelancers.
Is Siphon in freelancers as well?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Jeez, they're quite scary, aren't they? Really?
We played a
But
match.
Benedetto
against
as well.
Freelancers-
Oh, how did that go?
and
No.
They crushed us. It
Really?
was- yeah. it
They're
was-
looking really scary.
They are scary.
Like when you say crushed, you just mean completely crushed.
I can't remember it too well, but that says something. That I've selectively just destroyed it from. I think we won maybe a round, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But they're
So-
they seem looking brutally
They're a
tough,
very
though.
good team.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay, that's exciting. They are all very good players, let's face it,
Yeah.
and so experienced. Plus, a lot of them are going to be pretty bitter about Nations Cup. Big dreams. Those Turks, they really wanted it.
Well, we all had big dreams, so inevitably one of them would have been shattered.
Alright, well, that's Heroes going to be in Group B then. Spinning now for Group C. We're hoping for Schwert, Bruder Orden, or Knights of Malta. It's going to be Knights of Malta for Group C. So Castellans, Irish Rebels, and Knights of Malta. Is this looking like the weakest group? I don't want to criticise the teams there, but
Well, to me, it sounds like the closest group.
so that would probably mean the weakest group. Then it's the same kind of
I,
thing.
I wouldn't say that,
more or
but
less.
for me, IR with a setup they had in previous tournaments, they are really up top.
Yeah.
One of the best clans out there.
All right, fair enough.
Then they know about the player base though right now, but if they manage to pull it off like they played before.
I don't want to diss Knights of Malta here as well. I mean, what they've been up to? Because I know they're a team which trains hard. Bomber has rejoined them, I believe, as well. Is that right?
Possibly. I've
Yeah,
no idea.
Bomber rejoined them.
What about Donor? Is he still out of them as well? What's he doing?
Yeah.
Well,
Is he?
Donor is one of those guys who actually doesn't really like Warband, but he loves playing it. I don't know, man. He just says it like that, so he'll come back and he'll carry them.
He's
like
a god of
days.
Bomber. That's it.
So is he rejoined Malta then, or?
He just never left
He
them.
never left.
Oh really?
He's
Yeah.
basically still playing for Malta.
I guess my scene knowledge is clearly just quite poor.
I think he's playing for Malta for about 4 or 5 years now.
Malta haven't been going for 4 or 5 years, have they?
Yeah, they
No.
did, of course.
They had a big break though, so
Fair
maybe
enough.
that's why.
All right, awesome. So, well, they could be quite tough as well then. I mean, then perhaps a dark horse of that group. Maybe they could slip past through Castellans or IR. I know Castellans are pretty tough as well, though. They've been training almost every day.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. That could be a very close group. Exciting one. Have you played much against these teams, Fozzie?
I think we played Malta. I don't know. I'm terrible at these stuff because I just sort of turn up and someone says, "Oh yeah, we got a match today." I'm like, "Cool," but I don't really pay too much attention to it. But yeah, I think we played Malta recently. I'm sure in about 30 seconds. That's the delay. Someone will be telling me the score, which is what happened with a freelancer one. Apparently it was 13-3, but I said the wrong score. So
What, to them? Okay. 13-3 is not
yeah,
bad.
Yeah,
But it just felt like a lot of
no,
it,
as in
no?
that was freelancer. Malta, I think, yeah, someone will tell me, and then I'll just butt in and tell you.
Okay, that's fine.
so,
Yeah, you can do that.
This is Greed's cue to.
That is
let me
going to
know
mean
the
as well,
score.
Schwebru Orden are going to be playing in Group D. I think at this point, SBO don't have the worst chance against IG, perhaps?
Against IG, well, they bet
think-
they bet them in the WNL, right?
SBO beat IG, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't it?
Yeah, I
don't
think they
you
did.
remember that?
Yeah,
That
I
was
think they
like
did, yeah.
I think there was
insane
one round
upset.
in there where Triari made like 7 kills.
Yes, that's right,
round.
yeah. And Chirari is not playing for IG anymore, is he?
He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Joined
He-
them
he-
the last 2 days.
I made so many mistakes right here.
Well, no, it's just too much going on right now.
It is very confusing. And when I start seeing the teams playing more, then I'll work out what's going on in the scene. But SBO though, I think they do stand a chance of getting out of that group though, depending on who comes in on last, or maybe not, as the case may be. Quick summary for the groups then before we go to the final spinner. It is Freelancers, Polish Eagles, and Heroes of Agincourt in Group A. In Group B will be We Don't You, Legend, and Heroes. Group C, Castellans, Irish Rebels, and Knights of Malta. D, Apis Europai, Guard of Assinia, and SBO. Moving on then to the final spinner. This is the qualified teams. Wolfpack, Defenders of Faith, Alliance of Destruction, and Fuller Crazy of Fedner. I want to, just before we start this, ask our guests, and I'll go around clockwise, and I'll say, Watly, what are you hoping for here, based on the group so far?
Preferably Group D, but Group C would also be fine.
So Apis Europai, IG,
Yeah, well,
SBO.
I'm not really hoping for beating Apis Europa.
But you
but
think
we
the-
might be able to clutch IG or something.
And SBO,
hopefully.
okay. And the other one you mentioned?
Group C, but that's
IR and
it
Knights
will
of
be
Malta
fun.
and Castellan all pretty tough there.
Yeah, exactly. But it will be fun, and there's the chances to win. So
Yeah, I think you're right.
who knows? Who knows? It's all just a game.
So A and B looking a little bit more scary for you, you think, at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Well, perhaps B you could maybe get through. Legend and Heroes, I think you stand a chance there, FF2.
Yeah, but they're all four. They all have 4 years of experience under their belt, so it's
Yeah, that's
pretty.
true. That's a very fair point. Fozzie, what about you for Wolfpack? Similar thoughts?
I guess, yeah, C or D as well, I think. Maybe erring a bit more towards C.
C.
But yeah, now that I've said that, obviously we're going to get whichever one I want least.
Which is that A? Is that A non-one's A? Freelancers.
Yeah, I'd say
P.
A is probably looking the more difficult.
Yeah, A does look pretty tough. Could be the group of death.
I mean, I think B's slightly hard as well, but
slightly.
no, you know what I mean.
I would like to point out though that someone has claimed I can't spell Fullocracy, but they have entered with Fullo Crazy. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is
there a problem with that?
Yeah, no, but people are criticising me for writing Fullo Crazy when that's the right thing.
Well, I don't know. You
or maybe
use
it's wrong.
any name with FF. So.
Or maybe it's wrong on Tailworlds. Oh,
No,
Maybe Tailwords is wrong.
I think it's just a funny pun. So who knows?
okay. Well,
They spelled it wrong.
I thought it was intentional, like Fullo Crazy.
I have no idea what's going on in the minds of the likes of both and stuff. So
Boat.
no, it's wrongly
Best
posted.
guy,
That's
best
we
guy.
need to blame the tournament admins. I have it here.
Oh, so it should be Fullocracy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we can edit that. Easy, done. Everyone on the stream saw it.
Such
edited.
a tech bro.
Alright, so we're going to be rolling for the last team in Group A. You guys both got your fingers crossed.
Yeah,
For
let's
it
get
not
it
being
over
you.
with.
Just
The spinner has begun. It's slowing down. It's going to be Alliance of Destruction in Group A.
Ooh.
So, well, how do you rate their chances there?
well,
I think they could
25%.
take. I think they could take Agincourt maybe. I haven't really seen Agincourt play, to be honest, but I think they could get
probably
a
take Agincourt,
win.
I think, as well. I'd suggest that they would.
And then I think it would then comes down to Polish Eagles.
Freelancers, you think?
Well, I think
Got it covered.
freelancers are going to win that whole.
Just go
you know,
straight
every
through,
match they play. Yeah,
win the game, winners, win the winners thing, and just
Yeah.
go through. Yep, that makes sense. All right then. Any other thoughts on Alliance of Destruction's chances there?
I think they can get through.
Yeah?
Honestly. I mean, they have Fulsion, so they automatically get like a 3 rounds of max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's playing really well.
Well, it's not the first time I played Fulsion Archery. He had like 14 headshots, of which 4 on a teammate. It was nightmarish.
Nameless,
Yeah.
pretty strong team.
Used to be.
Oh, don't make us all cry now, Watly. I knew it'd be a tearjerker when I brought you on. Barsong, any thoughts? Alliance of Destruction, Group A?
I don't think they can beat Freelancer, but the other two, they should have a chance against.
Yeah, alright. So we're all in agreement there. Spinning now for Group B.
Oh god.
The tension is mounting.
It is. You have no idea. It's so tense.
It is going to be FF in Group B.
Oh god.
Fullocracy of Fedna have been drawn. I think they're in with a shot there.
Well,
But I've
what was the
already-
second seed again for Group B?
Group B is We Don't You, Legend Heroes, and Fullocracy of Fedna.
Alright. So, basically 2 weeks of sleepless nights, and we should be able to do it.
Well, you might get them in the first week. You might get Legend in the first week, and that'll put you
Well-
through to the losers if you lose.
Yeah, but that's fine, that's
fine,
fine.
okay,
Just,
it's fine,
I
it's
need some tactics time.
So are you calling them for FF?
It's possible, let's say, put it like that, but we'll need to work really hard.
But are you doing the calling though? Like, most of the time?
Yeah, with Corey combined.
All right, that's pretty cool.
I mean, we're working together, and everyone's just working together because it works better.
It's beautiful.
Such a good friendship.
There's a lot of FF support happening right now, I think, in chat. Broomstick making his voice heard. It's very cool.
Broom.
Okay, so we're going to be drawing the last one, which is going to mean the last two. It's between Wolfpack and Defenders of Faith. Drawing for Group C right now. Group C is Castellans, Irish Ripples.
I want to see
Knights of
Wolfpack
Malta.
Castellans.
Wolfpack Castellans, okay.
I want to see Wolfpack
Yeah.
Castellans.
Me too.
A
Me too.
lot of people do.
Bit of a grudge match. Apis Europai, Goddess, and SPO is going to be Group D, so the team we don't draw will go into Group D, the team which isn't spun, I should say. There's no drawing going on here, it's all spinning. I'm hitting spin. Is the hype in chat? There's been hype in chat.
There
Hype's
was for a
building
while.
up.
It's not died down now, but there was.
Hype's building up.
Hype's building up. Looking pretty good, chat. I'm hitting that spin. It's not going to land on either of them this time. No, it's going to be a respin.
Right in the middle.
Going to be a respin. Defenders of Faith, they're going to be going to Group C.
So
have fun with AE
Fuzzy. We'll have to wait.
Well,
We'll have to
thing
wait.
is, Group D, you only need the second place, so they should be fine.
Yeah.
And Wolfpack going
Have
to Group
fun
D.
versus AE.
So looking at that, Watly's already told me what he thinks about Group B and how much sleep he's going to be getting over the next couple of weeks. Group C, Defenders of Faith. What are we feeling like about them getting through that group?
Well, I have no idea about Defenders of Faith. Sometimes they surprise me by a really big margin, and sometimes they're just incredibly disappointing. So I have no idea how they'll fare. Maybe they'll clutch something, but
Yeah. Well, before the qualifiers, I would have said that DOF had literally no chance against IR and Castellans, but after the performance in the qualifier, I think they actually got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do. If they get a good day and their players like I think Erminez was it or Viglev, if they continue carrying that much on open maps, then
It's a very, very tough group, though, I think, to get second place on. Knights of Malta, Irish Rebels, and Castellans.
yeah, exactly.
But not without a chance, though, and I think I agree with that.
Well, honestly, you can't even call Group C the weakest group. I mean, they have four
Yeah, I think you're right.
pretty good teams, while the others have, somewhat lesser teams and one far. Well, let's put those three on a level far above the others,
So
because that's basically where they are.
So would you put then We Don't You, Apis Europa, and Freelancers above Castellans at this point?
Well, yeah, honestly.
Okay, that's fair enough. Castellans got something to prove then. They have been playing a lot though, Castellans, and they spent a lot of time together as well. They got good team spirit.
they lost Black Tide.
Yeah, that's tough.
No way they know they can achieve anything without Black Tide.
Ooh.
And they also lost
Strong
Corey,
words.
so
Black Tide best player in the scene is
They
really
also
good.
lost who?
Corey.
Corey. Yeah, that's true. It will definitely be harder for them. Alright then. Going on to Group D then. Fozzie, how are you feeling about Group D? It was one of the groups you wanted?
It was one of the groups I wouldn't have been too you know.
Well, you have to have one. You have to have at
so-
least some groups. I mean,
Yeah, I'm confident in our chances to get second in this one.
you think you can get past IG and SBO?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't played either of them actually in a while. I've now got up the list of stuff that we played recently in this year, and we haven't
Okay.
played either of them from this. But we have played them before. I think our last one was back in 2004. That was SBO, and we drew with them actually. So
I've got to say, I've got no idea what to expect out of IG this tournament.
yeah, well they've been, dare I say, I think everyone kind of agrees. They've been kind of, I think, getting worse each year. People have been leaving and so on. And we've played them a few times throughout the years, and they've beaten us. We've beaten them sometimes. So yeah, I think we can take them though.
You think
same for
They're getting a
SBO.
bit worse, Wolfpack getting a bit better.
Yeah, I'll say that. I haven't seen them play recently, so I don't know for sure. But I think we can take them, and the same for SBO. So I think we can get that second place in this group.
We shall see then.
Yeah.
Exciting matches though, I think, all round. It's going to be a very, very good tournament. I'm going to start working on bringing that bracket up as well. I don't know if the matches themselves are like planned yet, or if they're going to be randomized. I don't know if maybe an admin could send me a message there.
Well, if you look at the groups thread, they already made it up.
So we made it up. So how would that work then? What will be the first week matches?
For B, it's match A, We Don't You versus Heroes,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and Legend versus FF.
That's interesting then, because then it's got the first seed against the third seed and the second seed against the qualifier. You would think normally it'd be the first seed against the qualifier, but I don't know.
Well, at least
I have
cut us
no
some
idea how they
slack.
do.
I'm already scared of Kuro. Sorry,
We don't you?
Raiden and friends. It's a really hard change for me.
It's we don't you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Group
I'll
A
just
is,
call them Raiden and friends.
Okay.
Group A is Freelancers versus Agincourt.
Yeah, so it's the first seed against the third seed.
Yeah,
Yeah, they've updated it all already. So
Very efficient
Versus
work from the
80.
admins there.
Oh, it is. It's very good.
Yeah, I do want to give a big shout out to all the admins for all the work they're doing as well. Aaron Wen, Deacon, and Scar, who's recently stepped down, but it's done loads of work and still is doing lots of work in it as well anyway. So big shout out to them. It's just a very exciting tournament all round. And Aaron Wen for doing a lot of the work involved in the sponsor as well. I've been working with her on that, and she's just been putting in loads and loads of effort to get people like Razor on board, and all the other sponsors as well. I want to give them a mention. The ones you can see on screen right now, Game Servers and Mark Moss both giving Germany servers, and also to donators, Tailworld giving the Netherlands servers, Simrai, some in France as well, and Wolfpack for their French server donations. Just been great just to have everything handled by donations, and just feels very professional, and it's a good all-round start and spirit going into this tournament, I think. A lot of hype.
Yeah, I think so far there's been quite a lot of really close matches, and it's nice to see that that's going to keep happening through into this group stage as well.
I think it's just going to get closer, to be honest. Like, I think in the qualifiers there were some close matches, but realistically there were some teams which just didn't really bring it.
Yeah.
And would have been perhaps a bit better off in more of a ladder kind of format, like a big WNL or something like that. But now that we're in this tournament, I think all these teams are looking like pretty serious and pretty scary, I think. There's just some questions that need answering about, for example, God of Astinia, perhaps even Apis Europa as well. I mean, I don't know, has anyone played them recently? Does anyone know what to expect out of them?
Well, I've played them recently, and well, for AE it wasn't really impressive, but that doesn't say a lot since AE is just always pretty good.
But they're not quite there. No, you don't think?
If I had to put those three in order, I would say it's Kurba, will beat Freelancers, and oh my God, it's so
it's fine, it's okay.
Rated and
You can do
Friends
it. We believe in you.
might beat Freelancers, and they're a bit ahead of AE, both of them. But who knows? AE has always been better during the tournament.
Yeah, they do tend to sort of up their game, don't they? That's standard there. So we do have the groups up now on the screen. We can discuss those. Just for anyone who's not quite clear on them. So first week's matches, we can start having a little think about those as well. Freelancers versus Heroes of Fashion Court. Is there much to discuss there?
No.
That's going to be one-sided, we expect.
Yes.
I'd bet on Freelancers.
Yeah, any betting man would. Polish Eagles versus Alliance of Destruction.
I think
More
that'll be
of an interesting
closer.
game.
That'll be interesting to watch.
AD.
Yeah, it will be a really close and fun match to watch, but I'll say AD, but Polish Eagles might be able to clutch, but I don't think so.
But AD have they been tested so far? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah. They've shown themselves in the qualifiers. They've basically slaughtered anything they came across.
But who would you... Did they have a tough group, particularly? Who did they beat that was really impressive for them?
No one.
No one. So, I mean, they still haven't really been tested against a tough team. Like, Polish Eagles is going to be a massive step up in challenge for them. They've been in CRPG, essentially, for the past few years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in CRPG who's as good as Polish Eagles?
No.
Yeah, so it could be a bit of a challenge. I mean, I don't play CRPG currently, so maybe there is someone who's as good as Polish Eagles in CRPG, but I wondered that there might not be. Varsong, any thoughts?
PE versus AD.
Yeah.
I call it a win for AD.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, AD is like basically the base of old Inquisition players without
true.
Vendetto.
Yeah, some of the Inquisition players have gone there as well, which is going to give them strength.
Well, they just got the experience, and
who's looking tough?
Both team got experience, but
who's looking tough for Alliance of Destruction specifically?
Well,
From
Volshin,
players,
of course.
Volshin, obviously.
wait, let me look at the roster.
Gluka as infantry, not bad.
He's from before my time. I'm such a young guy. New to the scene. Wait, let me... Silver is a pretty promising new guy, really good as infantry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Frost guy, yeah.
Rage.
Okay. So P got their work cut out, but I think it could be a very close game, by anyone's guess. Moving on then, anyway, going to Group B. We Don't You versus Heroes. We Don't You looking again, tough there. We think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legend versus FF.
That'll be a good match.
Who knows what happens?
Good match. I feel like FF have got it really. I mean,
I agree. I think I agree with you. Yeah.
I don't know where Legend are at right now. FF are fresh off like a big old warming up qualifying stage. It's going to be a tough first match for Legend. I mean, I could maybe see them putting it back later on, if they go through the losers or whatever, beat Heroes. But
But please remember, FF is still a really new team. Actually, they've been there in 2012 or something, but they're just starting up a month, and it's still Paolo we're
how's
talking
Blixen
about.
playing?
Blixen is doing pretty well, actually. He's pretty respected as archer, actually.
I don't know about respected. Maybe he's a good player. Different things.
Well, he did fine. He did fine. We trust in him
No,
as long as his
Blixen's a good guy.
organizing skills.
All right then. Any more thoughts on Legend FF?
Legend will win.
Not a thought, just
I'm
Just
I'm
a
going to make a
statement.
tactic to
Straight
prove
up.
you wrong, then, Parson. Just watch me.
Just because Watly's here, Legend's gonna win.
Oh, farce.
Move on to Group C then, and we've got Castellans versus Knights of Malta. Perhaps not as set in stone as some of the other games from the other groups, but I feel like Castellans still looking stronger than Knights of Malta at this point.
Yeah.
It really depends on Knights of Malta. Sometimes their players just have horrible individual skill, but if they pull it a bit together, their team play is far better.
I mean, with
Their team play is insane. That's what I noticed when I played
The
them a lot.
infantry is insane.
insane.
Yeah,
you
the
think?
infantry. Let
Well,
me put it
Bomba
like
and
this.
Donut are like one of the best infantries. Well, the best
And they got Kragan in there as well.
infantries with
Yeah,
team,
exactly.
team play, and Krog up there is
That's
tank
true.
as well.
But what their infantry do, they just keep pressing left mouse button and it works.
And the thing we haven't even mentioned yet is the map picking. That's gonna throw everything into touch, because we've got the maps are going to be announced tomorrow. Teams are then going to be picking which ones they want to veto and play and whatever. So that's going to be a whole new set of chaos.
Right.
I don't know what we can expect to see out of that, but I guess that's something that we'll be looking forward to this week. Is that something? How do you think that's going to play out? What do you think that's going to affect?
A lot, actually. Some teams have really dominant cavalry, and other teams and no infantry at all. Like, we still have some weaker teams who are really good at one point and not that good at others. So if we have a mixed map and field by the river, then it's a godsend for them.
But the way it works, right, is you get 2 vetoes and then your pick, and it's out of 9 maps. You got 3 closed, 3 mixed, and 3 open.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you get 2 vetoes and then your pick. So you can always pick a map of the type that you want, but you can't necessarily choose the exact map that you want.
No,
They can only
normally
veto
just-
like 2 of the open maps, for example, and you'll just pick the remaining open map.
The thing is, though, doesn't this leave it open to, if, for example, teams know that they're not good at open maps, they just every week veto the same 2 open maps?
Yeah, but they still have
And
to
then-
play on one open map at least. But yeah, so
But then, it just seems to me that then they'll end up playing the same maps each week.
Well, you
It's
always have a
possible.
different team. So
Depends, but
some
I mean-
teams...
if it gets to, sorry to interrupt you there, but if it gets to the point where that team gets good enough on that open map that they played, then surely the other team is going to just veto it anyway.
True.
Exactly.
So I mean, yeah, there is the thing which, you know, if it's just the case where they are always going to be a closed map team with a lot of inf, you can kind of force it to give yourself the best chance, and you can sort of force yourself to only have to train one open map, I suppose, as a potential flaw. But we'll see how it plays out, I guess.
Yeah.
Just a new thing for the scene. I think it's quite a lot of admin work to do it in the group stage, rather than just the knockout stage. Like, groups perhaps could have been randomised still. But I think it'll be fun anyway. The only problem is it just means so much extra work for me doing the like screens and things on the stream. It's such a nightmare.
We feel really bad for you, Lust.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll do my best. Alright then, so let's keep moving forward. We think Castellan's probably the favourites, but Knights of Malta do have a chance. Irish Rebels versus Defenders of Faith.
I think that'll be a good match.
You think so?
Yeah. As we've kind of said, DF have been playing quite well and being able to get wins where people weren't thinking they were So I think they'll give Irish Rebels a run for their money.
This is their next step, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this will be the hardest team they faced. It's harder than any team they faced in the qualifiers, I would say.
Yeah, fair. But who knows? Who knows? They're both pretty unstable teams, honestly. So
Unstable.
yeah,
Be
like
an unstable match.
yeah. What I mean, unstable performance-wise. So if DOF have a good day and IR have a bad day, then it'll really work out for DOF.
All right.
That's what I mean with unstable. For example, if you have AE, then their bad day means they are a bit worse, but they'll still be a nightmare to face.
Yeah. But
So-
IR's bad day is quite beatable, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Varsing, any thoughts there?
I think it's gonna be a close one, but I guess DOF actually might have a chance.
All right.
Honestly, I think that if they both have same performance, for like 100% performance, IR will massacre them.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think it's really got to swing a long way for DOF
Yeah,
to win?
I mean they have Virus, they have all that, they have Attila, and they have infantry that just...
Is Virus playing for Irish Rebels now then?
I think so.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. So they've got
And
those
Carp as
SRC.
well. Yeah.
Carpe Diem. They've got those SRC editions.
Murking up again.
Yeah, that's going to cause them some problems.
And DOF, they
I think that
have...
might be. I think to be honest, that might be too much for DOF to handle. To be honest, we will
Exactly.
see. Let's keep going. Anyway, we're on to Group D. Apis Europae versus Schwertbrüder. I mean, SBO.
Clear win for SBO. Clear.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
They just look dominant right now.
Yeah. They
Varson is sort of mocking them, so SBO actually beat AE, just to show him wrong.
Well, yeah,
That's Varson's
SBO
power.
not a bad team. Like I said, they beat IG last season, so we know they can potentially do that here. But it's just
Well,
tough.
but you can't really compare IG and AE at this time
Yeah,
No.
anymore.
Yeah.
I think AE just a little bit fried. Although a lot of their players are not around. I
Well,
think
they
do have,
they stocked up a little.
they have Toby and Peter, I think, playing with them, right?
Yeah,
Well,
but you can say
Peter was
there are
reserved
not a
for-
lot
for
of
couple
guys
times
around,
before, but
but
What?
Go ahead, Watly.
Go ahead. But AE, they still have Deacon, they still have Cleric, they still have Scar, they still have LaRue, they still have Tommy, so they should be fine player-wise.
Yeah, I think you're right.
and they got a brilliant new archer coming in.
Oh god, don't
Who's that?
spoil it, Farson, don't spoil
I'm not gonna spoil.
Oh,
it.
we have a rumor here.
Ooh.
No, it's not a rumor, it's
Horses-
confirmed,
It's-
but
it's not gonna be-
we're just going to...
Horse&Sword loves this kind of stuff, this kind of leak. Oh, come on, no, you've got to let us know what's going on.
No, I'm not going to say it.
I
It's just too damn fun not
How
to.
that's not.
Everyone knows except for me.
Yeah,
I
pretty
don't know.
much.
It's all right. We can be in ignorance together.
What's happened
it's
again?
it's not gonna
Poor
be that.
Brits.
Surely someone can tell me who this is going to be.
Yeah, then go ask her. We're not
How
going
much?
to-
I guess. Come on.
Oh, so annoying. I'm asking Vandafar. Oh.
Yeah, obviously, Blevandevar is going to play Archer for them. He's
Okay,
going
so
to
I do have an announcement about who it is.
tell us.
I just want to get confirmation that I can leak it. Yeah, I can. So apparently Nearthar's joining Apis
Yeah.
Europae.
I didn't tell you.
Very good, Lost. Your information gathering is still top notch.
You didn't
Shout
cap
out to Vandafar there. I hope he gets well soon.
Sherlock
I know he's going through
Holmes.
some rough times right now.
round 2.
Yeah, Nearthar is a pretty sick addition for them. A lot of experience on Nearthar, Aquila, RNGD.
We'll try hard.
He's a clan destroyer.
No,
Every
don't
clan
say
he
that.
joins falls to pieces. Same as Turambar.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Apis Europae, not even going to be in the next WNL. No, that's a good addition for them, definitely. And I think, well, BD's still around as well, and he's looking really scary right now. Even though I beat him in shield duels.
Yeah, but shield duels aren't his top.
There they are,
Like
that's
his
like BD's thing is shield duels.
No. His thing are two-handed duels or just general infantry.
His thing is with fire and sword.
Mm, yeah, more or less.
I saw him playing that today. He's just playing
But-
in some like free-for-all last man standing on with fire and sword. What a weird guy.
No, it's fun.
It's fun, it's fun.
Every 6 months.
So, yeah, we're all pretty much agreed. Apis Europae, they've got SBO covered.
Mm.
Guard of Estiniar versus Wolfpack. Fozzie, how you feeling?
Yeah. Well, I said before that I thought we could take him, so now I get to put my money where my mouth was. Yeah, I think we can take him.
So you still think you can take them?
Yeah, still, my opinion hasn't
even
changed
now that you have to take
we
them.
have to play them.
It's old power though.
It is, yeah. But hey, we've beaten him in the past, so in trading matches. So yeah, I think we can take him.
It's still got some scary players in there.
They do,
Yeah.
but we have scary people too.
That's true.
So
Well, they got Hava and Kula in there, so yeah.
Well, the thing is with IG, they perform really extremely well for the player material they have, but they just don't have enough good players. I mean, they have Triari, they have Oliveran, and they have Kekken, and then they have some new guys coming
They
in.
got Monopolish.
He's getting better. you can laugh at people, but someday they'll kick your ass for it.
It's just the way you said that. You're such a weak defense of him. But I'm sure he's a great player. Like
He's
way
adorable,
better
so
than
I
me.
have to defend him.
Yeah,
Well, Wolfpack will take
I
it.
would like to see that. I feel like Wolfpack will take it as well. They just look really strong against Frag, and Frag I know are not a bad team at all.
Yeah, if they do less team kills, that
Yeah, true that. That was a bit of a mess. What was going on there, Fozzie? Maybe you can...
we were sacrificing people to the gods of victory.
I like
That's what we
Furious-
were doing.
I like the evasion there.
Fuzzy. I liked Fioru's like 0-0 score when he made like 3 team kills already.
I know Fury did do a lot of team kills in that match, but he killed a lot of people too. So
Funny thing, it wasn't Toy this time. No, normally it's always Toy.
I remember those
Is that a
times.
consistent problem for Wolfpack, or is it just in the big games? Is it just the pressure? What's the deal?
to be honest, it's something that I think we've always had a lot of team kills, like for ages, but we still get good results and we still win. So
Equaler players.
yeah.
Are they the problem?
Well, I mean, they did do a lot in that match, but on the whole, we tend to team kill a bit. So
You share around.
yeah, it's something that we need to work on. But to be honest, we've probably been saying something like that for the last 2 or 3 years, that we need to work on our team
Yeah.
kills. It hasn't actually kind of affected too much our tournament sort of positions and where we finish. So yeah. We'll
Please don't
see.
get used to
I'll say it to him now, okay, guys? No team kills in this
You're
match.
just going to
We're
close your
gonna
eyes
do
and
this
swing
for
and hope for the best.
Yeah, just go for it. Just go.
Fuzzy's just going to baby spec commander and say, guys, don't team kill. And he waves around with a big stick. I think it'll work.
Everyone, just stop team killing, right?
But Fuzzy, don't get used too much to those guys.
Okay.
Some threatening words.
Well, what are you
We
implying, Marcus?
some
Do you have something
some
to say?
plans for the we got some plans for the future.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh, god.
All three.
This
are
is
good.
like the biggest cock tease on this stream, even worse than A's new Archer edition.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Well, I think we covered pretty much everything there, and I want to thank you all for joining me for the draw. I do want to mention some other stuff going on in the scene as well. For instance, we have the Total Annihilation tournament going on right now. Is anyone here still in that tournament, or did you all get knocked out?
I just got knocked out.
Oh, how far did you get? Third
Uh,
round? Fourth round?
I think it was 4th round.
That's not bad.
We lost against no third round. We
Who knocked you
lost
out?
against the International Kitchen of Hope. Like,
Who?
Raiden Majesty is enslaved.
Yeah, so
and
fair enough
I think
then.
it's Vendetta in there.
But it's a cool tournament though, right?
Yeah, but the funny thing is we played like Scar's team, the 3 heavens of AE, like
Yeah.
right before, and we actually won the spawn against them.
You want to spawn again?
We only lost like I think it was 18 to 15 to them.
What was that, as a training, or?
Yeah, right before the
Alright.
real match. But well,
Well,
yeah.
with the real match, it's always a different ball game. You know, it's a different ball game. It's a
Yeah,
different something.
we
Get the fish.
We tried a new tactic, but in the end we played like halfway the old tactic and the new tactic, so we
Yeah.
played like shit.
It's just so much more pressure, though, isn't it? It's just very difficult.
And Raiden tanked like 4 exits all the time.
Ooh.
Ooh. Man, Raiden is just too strong.
Yeah. Just got extra HP, man.
Kebab.
But that's a pretty cool tournament, though. Anyway, like shout out to Cleric for running that. The winners
Yeah.
will get
That's a great one.
3 copies of Total Annihilation, the original game on GOG, which I'm donating. So shout out to me for
Yeah.
that.
Shout out
to Last.
for a prize we can never achieve.
Did either of you two play? Fozzie?
Yeah, we did.
I didn't.
Didn't play? You missed out. It was a big event in the scene.
Yeah.
You could be famous.
When did it start? Because I got really busy with work for a little while, and I just
like a
didn't
month
enter
ago.
anything.
Yeah.
Started, I
Like,
think.
end of
Yeah.
March. Yeah,
Wally, how'd it go for you? Are you out?
Yeah, we're out. We got to the third round or something, but we're pretty
knocked
happy.
you out?
We
Well, what team were we in?
Olivera and his friends.
Nederlandse Kruis, wel?
Yeah, don't try to pronounce it. We didn't even say it once. But we were happy. We brought out Trebron's true infantry skills, so we were happy. And Caesar lost it for us with his team kills. That's what I wanted. What
One
I had
against
to
the
say.
regulators.
We had a good time. We got knocked out by like LaRue and BD, so we just kind of expected that anyway. And Weirdo. But we had a good time. We won our first game, which we weren't really expecting. I think it's just been a cool tournament overall, and it's a new format for us to play in. It's great that it's able to get so many sign-ups like so quickly. I think that just makes it exciting.
There actually
a lot of fun.
is a 2v2 right around the corner.
Yeah,
Right
that
up.
should be fun. I knew there was someone sort of came into the forum and said, "Why are there no 2v2 tournaments?" And everyone was just like,
Yeah.
"Well, just do
Well,
one if you
I think
want
it was
one."
Tarded, but Tarded now he's gonna throw his own thing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Elsewhere in the scene, what else do we have going on? I want to mention, I think...
how is it called? I don't know.
Go on.
The thing at the university.
Oh, the Meticon thing, yeah.
Yeah,
I do wanna
Meticon,
mention
right?
that. Not the weekend just gone, but the weekend before that, there was a tournament in Meticon, which is the conference on the university campus where we work in Tail Worlds, and it was just like really cool. It was like the first offline finals for mount&blade. I'm going to bring it up a little bit of the stream so we can just see it. I do want to just show a little bit of that. You know, it's not the highest of skill levels for a tournament, let's face it. But it's cool that kind of event existed. We did have a good time sponsoring it as a company, and overall I think it just went pretty well. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm going to bring it up on the screen so we can see a little bit of what's going on with it. Okay. Not like that, we can't. Okay, here we are. And you can just about see it on the screen there. All my tabs and bookmarks. I'll skip ahead to the point where you can see Marder chatting up the girl in the front, because that's one of my favourite bits. Marder just looks like such a cool guy on the stream, and like they played like 5v5 with Triangle up a little bit. It's,
Bilbo Baggins was Revenge of the Horse.
yeah. And so this was something they had like an online tournament, which I partook in a stream of that. And then eventually they just did like an offline finals at the conference in like the food canteen of the university where Tails is based. They came to us for sponsorship, and we just said, well, why are we going to sponsor you if you're not doing a mount&blade tournament? So we said, oh, okay, yeah, we'll do a mount&blade tournament. And then they got some sign-ups, some teams. It's a little bit of sound now as well. You can see Marder commentating. 5 versus 5 they played, like 12 round matches, so it was a little bit sort of a faster format. It's pretty cool. You can see the noise of the crowd in the background as well. And I want to skip ahead to this point where you see like the team cams. But have you got any thoughts on that? On a LAN being held for Warband? I know it seems very abstract for all of you over in the West. Oh dear.
Well, I've streamed with you, and honestly, it was really fun to watch. Like, once we got past the eight finals, we had some actual tactics, some people actually working together, and it was overall really just fun to stream as well, because they didn't feel bound by any meta or whatever. They just used their own tactics that I found
learning while
useful.
playing.
Yeah, exactly. And to think that this is actually held offline with on a stage, it's already a big development. Who would have thought that in 2010?
Yeah.
No ping problems anymore.
No.
Poor Turks.
First time.
I mean, they always have to play with at least 70 ping.
Well,
No,
I did when I mentioned them with decent ping.
I get 50 ping. Okay,
Well, yeah.
Turkish internet is just completely failing.
Congrats to you, Les.
Well, we can forget Turkish internet for now, but I think Mard has linked it in the in chat anyway, so do check out the stream of that. It's there's some pretty cool bits in there. But yeah, I just think it's a cool tournament. It's cool for Tales to get involved. The winners get like medals and T-shirts and stuff like that. It's a lot easier for us to do prizes because we can just hand them over instead of shipping them and all that kind of business. But I think it marks perhaps a bit more Tailworld's involvement in future. They're certainly offering me a good bit of support at the moment with my endeavours, so it's a good thing. I want to mention as well, I think that there's probably going to be something brewing for people who aren't playing in ECS. I know Fozzie and Watly, you guys are both playing in ECS, but there's a lot of teams who signed up and got like 1 game, maybe 2 games before getting knocked out, and that's kind of a bad thing for the scene, right?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on it. I mean, sometimes you want a knockout tournament, sometimes you want a ladder tournament. I mean, for example, AE and freelancers, they also want some goodies sometime. I mean, last WNL, it was really disappointing for them. Like, Heroes and Inquisition got placed 8 or something, and it was just... and Irish Rebels 7, that kind of stuff. So a knockout tournament might suit them better.
Yeah. That's fair enough. They can.
But as long as there's plenty of variation, I think it's fine to do both of them. But the losers tournament, it's basically that. No offense to the teams who were knocked out. It's also a pretty good idea if we can find someone to put it off.
Yeah,
because the workload is just it's really high.
Yeah, it lets clans that otherwise wouldn't quite get as much spotlight on them. You know, they get to be noticed and they get to play. Which is quite nice for them to be...
They get some experience as well, because otherwise, if they can't play, then the gap's just going to get wider and wider anyway, isn't it? Which is,
exactly.
Which is definitely not what we want.
Exactly. And it's just more fun to have close matches than, for example, Bro against AE. It's just that kind of stuff is not fun for anyone.
Ooh, big diss for Bro there. No.
Same for FF versus AE. It's just not fun. I mean, if someone's that far ahead of you, it's really not. It's really not that great to play against them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, you know, it's fun every now and then because you get a bit of a taste of it, but you know, for the most part...
You can get that in tradings as well. So.
For the most part, though, yeah, you want to be getting some even exciting games. Otherwise, there's not very much point to them. Alright, any more thoughts on the ECS overall? We've talked a lot about it already. Everyone thinks the format's cool and everything, like from this point in.
Yeah.
GSL groups.
So. Well, I'm looking forward to some exciting semis and finals. Honestly, that's what they're mostly about. And we'll see which teams will be able to get into the first 8, and most teams will be aiming for that.
Yeah, I'm just raring to go at this point. I just think like, yeah, sweet, everything's set. Let's do it.
Should be good.
Like everyone has their time to shine. So.
All right. I want to give you guys now a chance to do some shout outs. So I'll start going clockwise round and just say, Watly, if you want to go first.
Alright, guys, we have an amazing secondary clan called the Boatley Boys. It's a clan consisting of Boatley.
The what boys?
The Boatley Boys.
Okay.
Everyone lost them. They're the top of the scene by now. So, join them en masse.
You're shouting out to them?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And just Boat in general, who's the single best player in Warband.
Alright, sweet. Carry on. Fozzie, shoutouts?
I've been getting so many harassments basically throughout this whole thing going, don't forget to shout out for me, and now I'm going to forget like everyone. I guess just do clans instead. Shout out to obviously Wolfpack and Bro as well. They've been hardcore harassing me to mention them, so there you go. There was a few others that I've probably forgotten, but yes, that's about it.
Alright, sweet. Nah, that's good shoutouts. You got the job done. Varsong?
Yeah, shout out to all the Aquila guys playing for some stupid other team right now. Shout out to
I feel like this
Larson's
is
not
bad
happy with
blood here.
Wolfpack.
What? No. Shout out to Bro
Larson
for...
seems a bit bitter that he's been knocked out,
Yeah, he
clearly.
seems very bitter.
Oh, I don't care. No, shout out to
You don't
Bro
seem like you
for,
don't care.
for letting
Yeah,
me...
It's not
exactly.
like...
What? For letting me drag them down a little bit. Yeah, and that shout out to Deacon, Scar, Arrow, and Mr. Frank Elliott, who are doing awesome work on both the tournament and the publicity stuff around it.
Thank you very
Just-
much.
Great to have you guys in there.
Sweet. Yeah, I think that...
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think it's a good job that you and definitely you and Volcom have been doing such a good job with getting a lot of these streams going as well, because this tournament has been so many streams compared to I think other ones, and it's definitely
I think
job.
WNL3
Nice.
went really crazy with the streams, but we'll try and match up
The,
there.
the NC went really crazy with streams.
The NC was pretty good as well. We'll crank it up now that the games are back going again. We had the problem in the last week that like all the games were at the same time. So hopefully now that we're getting like it's going to be 8 games this week, 8 games next week, we'll try and get as many of those streams as possible, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and shout out to all the refs.
Oh, true that. Okay, I'm gonna do shouts now. I'll cover all of them anyway. So shout out to all the admins. They've all been shouted out already quite a lot. Aaron Wen, Deacon, and now also Scarf in the consultant thing, and for all the work that he does. All the referees as well, because there's been like a referee for I think every game so far. It makes it so much easier for me as a streamer. Definitely, and also I think for the teams as well. There's only been a couple of minor hiccups. For the most part, I think it's just been working out really well with the referees. I want to say thanks to our sponsors, especially Team Razor, who've just been kind of announced today, generating a lot of hype for this stream, getting a lot of people involved, and I think it's just really exciting to have them on board. Not only for this tournament and the mouse mats they're giving and everything, but also for the future as well. I think it's just really cool to see them involved at all.
Yeah, I agree. A really big shout out.
Yeah, it's very exciting. But you know, also to all our sponsors, our server sponsors as well, Game Servers, Mark Mods, Simrai, Wolfpack, and Tailwards, doing the donating as well. It's really just makes it a lot easier to run the tournament when everything is just handled there, and we have a good selection of servers to choose from. Thanks to everyone who's co-casted with me so far. I won't list you all, and everyone who's going to co-cast with me. I want to say thanks to everyone for watching this stream. Thanks to all of my guests. Once again, Clockwise, Watly, Fozzie, and Varsang. I had a nice time here doing our pick. It's lasted a bit longer than I expected it to, but we had a bit of a slow start, so...
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, of course. We had a bit of a slow start, so it's to be expected. Varsang.
I'm sorry about
It's
that.
okay, dude. I forgive you after your very sweet, charming shout-outs. Hope I haven't forgotten anyone. I'm sure Aaron will be messaging me wildly right now if I have. No, I haven't.
Les, can I ask you something?
You can?
Will there ever be a rebuild of the FC or MMNFC?
No, probably not.
Oh, come on, man! You gotta do that. Please.
I'm up for doing more tournaments, but I don't know. Maybe yeah, it could happen. It could happen. But I do have a tournament planned at the moment.
Oh,
Or-
hype.
Hey,
Or perhaps I got.
come on, let's build up the hype.
I've got an idea for a tournament, but well, we'll see how it goes. I
Tell
don't
us
want to talk
more
about it just
about
yet.
it.
I don't want to talk about it just yet because it might not happen. I want to make sure I
Oh.
got people to help me this time. That was my main mistake with the MMNSC, was trying to do everything myself, and I just had no time, and it was just it worked out a bit of a mess.
Guys, let's just hype it on Twitter, then I'll have to do it.
I will do a tournament, but it'll be something else. It'll be something a little bit different. I hope it's not quite settled down the details yet, but plans are being discussed, and I think it should be cool if it does work out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, thanks for pushing that up. Yeah, I appreciate it. I do want to say actually thanks to Aaron Wen again, and LaRue for doing the chat moderation on the channel. That really helps a lot. Do follow me on Twitch. Follow me and my guests on Twitter, except for Watly hasn't got one, but Watly will get a Twitter eventually.
Someday. Maybe when I'm 30.
Your e-celebrity status demands it, Watly.
No.
You're just holding yourself back.
No.
And do subscribe on the YouTube channel and everything as well. Let us know what you think of the stream. I'm going to read out some of the tweets that we've had. Let's see, what else have we got here? Dasby complaining that the concerns have got... Dasby complaining that IG have not got A and SBO to fight again. So a little bit of a complaint there.
What does he frightened of that?
Well, I think he's just. I think he maybe thinks they're just facing the same people again. Maybe he is frightened as well. Who knows? Who knows what goes on inside that crazy mind that Dasby has? AB Jab thanking Team Razor. Marder. Saying we used to pick maps and factions in the old days. Fair play. Good point. A couple of tweets from Serkan as well. IR looking pretty strong with the new Polish players. Going to call it an easy match for IR apparently. So he's thinking IR have got that against Defenders of Faith. It's quite possible. And Tardet. Oh, who's Tardet playing for?
Tardet, IR.
IR.
He's playing for IR as well, okay. And also announcing that FF versus AE is no fun, apparently. And you're going to get kicked from FF, Watly.
Oh god.
They're saying that.
Oh god.
And,
No, it's always fun with FF.
Daspy's enjoyed the show, so that's our pleasure as well. Thanks very much for that. And yeah, once again, thanks all for watching. Been a cool show. And I'm going to say goodnight. Wave goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Everyone wave goodbye.
No, I don't want.
Come on, give us a wave, Watly.
No,
oh, yes, that's it. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Good night.